Let's try question 21. Notice the base is 2 and 8. We want to have the same bases. So we're going to rewrite 8 as 2 to the exponent 3. If you recognize that we have the same base, then everything else is quite easy. I recommend putting brackets around the exponents, because then you can see that this is exponent, bracket, exponent, and we're going to multiply this. Let's work on the side here. What is 3 times 3 minus 2x? You should feed the dog, and don't forget to feed the cat. When you feed these two animals, we're using distribution. The answer is going to be 9 minus 6x. So as you can see, 2 to the x plus 1 equals 2 to the 9 minus 6x. Please don't forget to distribute to both terms. Now the bottoms are the same. We have the common base, and so must be the exponents. The exponents are equal as well. When we're equating the exponents, we say that x plus 1 equals 9 minus 6x. And the rest is just basic algebra. We throw the 6x over. 6x plus x is going to be 7x. Let me just erase that. Negative 6x, when you throw it over, becomes 6x plus x is 7x. I'm going to throw the positive 1 over, which becomes negative 1, becomes 8. Divide both sides by 7, you have 8 over 7. That's your answer. Okay, now let's work on 22a. There are many correct ways of doing this. You can clean up the insides first. You can even change the negative 2 exponent and flip the numerator and denominator. I'm just going to clean up the inside first. So what we have here is something to the exponent negative 2. And we have a fraction. 25 divided by 15, we're going to divide by 5. It's going to be 5 over 3. What about the x's? We have division, so we're going to subtract the exponents. This becomes x to the 3 minus 2 is x to the 1. And I'll just leave it as nothing because there's a hidden 1 there. And what about the hidden 1 here? Y to the 1, 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So I could write y to the negative 4 on top, or we can simply write y to the 4 on the bottom. Remember that if you have y to the negative 4 and you move it down, the negative 4 becomes a positive 4. You can simply switch the sign of the exponent by moving it up and down. I'm going to just illustrate this one more time here. If you have y and y to the 5, that's the same thing as saying y to the y times y times y times y times y 5 times. So if you just cancel these out, you can see definitely the answer on the denominator is y to the 4, and that's what we have. Okay, so this looks a bit better. Let's keep going here. So this is equals to. We're going to change minus 2 to a positive 2. So without thinking, we're just going to replace the numerator and denominator. We're going to switch them. We're not going to change any signs at all. So I'm just copying this bottom to the top now, and the top to the bottom. And so we're going to change the sign. Now we're going to spread the love to the top and to the bottom. Exponent rules. So this becomes 3y4 all squared, and this becomes 5x all squared. And now we're going to distribute the exponent again across. Don't forget the coefficient. So 3 squared is 9. Y, exponent, bracket, exponent, we multiply. And 5 squared is 25. X squared. So here we have a good answer. Let's try 22b. Okay, so I noticed that there's some negative exponents here. So why don't we move this entire base down here and change the sign? So we're just going to copy down the 2x squared y. We're going to draw a nice long division sign. Because we moved it down, this is going to be 3xy all to the positive 3. And what we're going to do here is we're going to spread the exponent love. We're going to square this, and square this. So 4 squared becomes 16. and this becomes x squared, and this becomes y to the negative 6. Y to the negative 6. If you really wanted, you could try to even move this to the top and make this into a y to the 6 on top, but we'll just keep going from here. Okay, let's make progress. I notice that we have a 2 here, and we have a 16 here. We're going to cancel these out, and we're going to change the 16 to an 8 because we're dividing top and bottom by 2. Now what about the x squares? Notice how the x squares cancel out. And as for the y's, we have y to the 1, take away negative 6. So 1 minus negative 6 is equals to 7. So we're going to replace this with y to the 7. And let's rewrite this out, as this is now getting a bit messy. So we have y to the 7 all over. And let's clean this up here. Don't forget about the 8. There's an 8 still here, so let's not forget about that. And this here, we're going to spread the exponent love here, here, here. 3 cubed is 27. This becomes x cubed, y cubed. So now we're almost done. So y7 and y3, we subtract exponents, becomes y to the 4. The x cubed remains on the bottom, and we simply have to multiply 8 times 27, which is 216. Now it's your turn. Solve 3 to the exponent 2x minus 1 equals 27 to the x minus 3. And simplify, bracket, negative 8x to the 5y all over 4x to the negative 3 y cubed all to the negative 3.